guests, and participants, and do not necessarily reflect the official policies or positions of City World Media, LLC, or its affiliates. All shows are produced with full participant consent. City World Media does not claim ownership of any third-party music featured and uses all tracks only with proper permissions or licenses granted by their respective rights holders. City World Media operates in accordance with fair use and digital broadcast guidelines on all platforms. From my city to your world, we are City World. Thank you for watching.
What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your buzzing cousin Ghost Boogie, man. Welcome in, everyone. Tonight, today, wherever you are on this great planet of ours, that's still spinning and not on fire. Much love to you again. I'm just going to say spread peace, spread love before, over everything and all, especially in these times where, look, we're all human. And if we all have the same type of organs and we need an organ, it doesn't matter what that person and who that person is. You're going to want that heart. You're going to want that lung or whatever it is. Just think about that before you go ahead and pop off and crash out. With that being said, man, uh, today is a very special interview. I'm very appreciative of the opportunity to speak with Brian Excel Beats Whittaker, man. He's a producer, songwriter, artist, entrepreneur, and a name connected to major hip hop, scream music, and independent artist development. I mean, Excel Beats brings both creative and business perspective to the table. And we're getting into the real story behind the records, the grind, the family legacy. You're going to be tripping out on that. And the next chapter he's building now. As always, this is B-Boys Underground. It's from the booth to the truth. We are live, uncut, unfiltered, and raw. So parental discretion is advised because we will not be editing or censoring any of our words or pulling any punches. So with that being said, man, it's my honor and privilege to be able to bring onto the screen the one and only Excel Beats, y'all. How is going and what's goody, fam? How are you?
Hey man, thank you so much for having me, man. Um, Ghost Boogie, man, we here, bro.
Hell
I'm,
yeah.
I'm so happy to be here. Dog, I just want to say, man, you got the voice, bro. You hear yourself?
You tripping? I
I bet
always
you get that a lot, huh?
I do, but I have to give part of it, of course, to, God and genetics, right? And
That's right.
family DNA. But
Hmm.
uh my mentor, who basically saved my life and basically gave me the opportunity to go into music and learn how to do sound and production and engineering, broadcasting, but
Hmm.
DJing and sound. And he was he taught broadcasting as well. And uh, he had so much flavor. He has, and like his voice was his thing and his cadence. And I learned from one of the best. So I have to give him uh, he's my secret seasoning and special sauce in the background because,
Right
salute
on,
to the one
man.
and only Doc Smith.
Doc
Much
Smith,
love to you,
salute,
Doc.
salute.
Salute. But salute to you, man, and salute to that song, man. Like, you have you've got an extensive background with Bone and also like all of the different members and have done production for multiple different members of the camp, right?
Yeah.
And that one right there is Busy Bone featuring you. Uh, and when I heard that song, I was like, man, I really, really want to start the show off with that one because I like the message, I like the vibe,
Hmm.
and
Thank you.
y'all both beat the hell out of that one. So
I appreciate
much
that, man.
love to you, man.
Thank you so much.
Tell me about that. Set the table for us and tell us exactly what that was, you know, like like how that came together. Put us in the booth.
Yeah, I mean, all I ever know, I mean, we recorded that after I had already worked with Bone Thugs for the first time. So, I had over time developed relationships with the guys, and um, honestly, initially that song was almost a solo record, like for myself.
Okay.
Like I originally just did the beat by itself first, and in the hook, right?
Yeah.
Um, However, Busy's manager hit me up, and he's like, "Hey man, send some tracks over," and that was in the batch that I sent over.
Okay.
So honestly, he cut it on his own, and
Mm.
when I got it back, I said, "Damn, this needs to be out there." So like, I called my man Bob Horn and said, "Bob, I need you to mix this joint, bro." And shout out to Bob Horn. So
Salute to Bob Horn.
I sent I sent the record. Yeah, if y'all don't know who Bob Horn is, Google him. But
Yes.
I sent the record over to Bob. He mixed it, sounded amazing, and Busy and his team, they decided we need to drop this as a single. So
Mm. I'm so happy that
just from there.
that came out and you guys were able to do that. But I was
Mhm.
gonna ask you, that question was is that, you know, that sounded like that was personal and there was a lot behind like you said you were originally going to make that as a solo track, right?
Yes.
Um what what was it about that song, that like when you wrote the hook and everything in the beat, like there's a lot of emotion. See, I connect.
Yeah.
I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio originally. I'm in Denver, Colorado now, and but I still rep the 513 and the 303. But my thing is that I grew up listening to old school soul, funk, R&B, rock, hip hop, all
Mm.
of it. But my family, my father and mother both blessed me with the ability to listen to a bunch of different music, and I like actually songs with feeling and emotion more so. If I'm listening to something like I like soul records, I like slow jams, ballads, stuff that I can just sit and reflect and like
Mhm.
actually have some type of it's like ministry, almost, for
Yeah.
me it puts my soul at ease, and that in itself, there's so much emotion behind it that I felt from it. Tell
Yeah.
me, was it what I know there's something deeper here that you're not sharing.
Well, initially the song was about like almost like a breakup and being haunted by the pain of not being able to be with that person anymore,
Yes.
etc. So like that's initially what the song was going to be about. That's why the hook is what it is, you know what I mean? um but Busy, he's incredible. He took that, and and yeah, as painters we are, right? He had a different vision, and he did what he does best, so. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's where the emotion comes from, and then it's like you got the 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 major rock influence, which a lot of the stuff I love, at least that I do, has a rock influence. I love guitars because guitars cry. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't, man. Guitars bring out a certain emotion. Like I feel like there's not any other instrument that can bring that sound out. So yeah, it was an emotional record. You feel me?
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
you could feel it, and
Hmm.
because I mean, I find like that is what that's what I get a connection out of, right? And get a connection from. And I always, as a DJ too, right? Like, and I've been like calling myself a DJ since 19 like well, actually 3 years old, so 79.
Hmm.
That was when I got my first Fisher Price record player because my dad was like, "You're not effing up my records, and you're not effing up my record player." So, uh, I've been doing it ever since. And shout out to Dr. Johnny Fever and Venus Flytrap from WKRP in Cincinnati because I sure enough wanted to be just like both of them. Uh, because, but anyway, man,
I always wanted to be a DJ too. I just never did it. That's
why
just
not?
I don't know. That's just one thing I usually jump to anything too. Like, and that's just something I never like jump to for some reason. I
I
don't
got,
know.
I got you. So do this for me then, because we haven't asked the question, but I think it's time, like we always do about this time. Uh, we asked the first question that starts everything off, and I need you to give me your first memory that you have associated with hip hop. Tell me how old you were. Put me in the room. Who was there? What's the smell in the air? Who's in the room? What's the room look like? Or the space and time and the place? Put us there and tell us that story. And tell us why also, you know, that moment in time, how it impacted you to the present now.
Got you. Well, okay, so this is how serendipitous things happened when it came to me and Bone Thugs, right? So
Yes, sir.
my very first memory, my very first hip hop memory, um, East 99 had just came out. I had to be, oh man, I was super young. I was in the single digits, I think. And I'll never forget, man. My cousin and my uncle were talking about how they just got the tape, right? So I went to the car with them to play it. They played it for me, right? And I was scared because that album like starts with the like big deep voice and all that stuff, right? I'm just a kid, right? I was scared at first, but like I grew to like super love their music, right? To the point where I'm sure a lot of their fans will say this too. Like, I used to memorize all their lyrics and stuff, and like, there was even times where I'd grab the remote and like I'd perform for my family, like rapping their music, right?
What's the favorite track you got from them?
He's 99, man. That's my jam. So, um, even fast forward, they ended up being my very first placement, my very first professional placement in music, right?
How crazy is I was not expecting I was not expecting for you to say Bone, and that's not a
Yeah.
slight, but the fact that that was your first placement and the fact
Hmm.
that you do have such a history with them at this point,
Yeah, first
that
CD I ever bought was a Bone Thug CD.
that's a dream come true, fam.
Crazy. Yeah, I know. I got to
Tell me
work.
about that. I'm sorry. I'm getting goosebumps right now.
Yeah,
Like,
literally.
seriously, bro.
I literally got a chance to, work with my heroes. You feel me? So it's
Yeah.
like just growing up, listening to their music, buying their CDs and stuff, to like eventually producing, a single for them, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it's really wild. I mean, there's so much to it too. That the record "See Me Shine" was the single that I did with them, right? So, um, initially, okay. Do you want me to go into all this? Because it's
Yeah.
a bit
I
of a
want
story.
we are listen. I am here and we are here for everything and all of it. So don't ever
Okay,
have
so
to
this
don't
this
we want it all. Just
okay.
just go.
This story is gonna sound unbelievable. I'm gonna try to get it all together right. But
Please feel free,
so
bro.
I had a studio, right? So at this time, I'm in a rap group called Top Floor. So it's me, my boy Rolo, my boy Say Hey. Shout out to Rolo and Say Hey.
Salute.
So we had a recording studio that was ran by this dude named Kush in Hollywood, right? Over where the W is, kind of across from there, there's like
Yes,
a,
sir.
yeah, yeah. So, um, anywho, one day I show up to the studio in the morning, and there's a dude laying on the couch, right? And I'm like, I don't recognize him immediately. I'm like, who is this dude, right?
Yeah.
So like he's sleeping, and he wakes up, and it's Raz B from B2K, right?
I got you.
Randomly ends up in this recorder studio. I don't know what he's doing there. Like it just random, super random, right? So, I don't know who he was associated with, how he ended up in our studio, right? And there's a lot of studios in this building, right? All on the top floor. That's where we got our name, Top Floor, right?
Gotcha.
So I play him a bunch of records. See Me Shine was one of them. At that time, See Me Shine was a Top Floor record. And he falls in love with it. He's like, I need to record something to it. So I actually recorded a version of See Me Shine with Raz B, right?
Okay.
And it's amazing. It's completely different than obviously the Bone version, right? Down the hall, we had these guys named Jared and Whitey who worked with a bunch of big artists and stuff. They heard the song and they're like, we want to get it on TI. So we like the song was gonna probably go to TI at this point because it's like, you know what I mean? It's like TI, and he was really hot at that time, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, long story short, Raz B actually takes me to the studio to meet Bone Thugs. He plays them the record because he's like, I want to get Bone on this song. Lazy Bone is crying when he hears the song. Like, they love it, right? So, I don't know what happened there, but that's the first time that they heard the song, right?
Okay.
So, we leave the studio. Like, at this time, I'm like, Raz is almost like a manager to me at this point because me and him are just hanging out. Like, we're just, he's taking me to meet a bunch of people. There's a version of See Me Shine with I can't remember the guy's name, but he was from Cash Money. Big huge writer from Cash Money. And, it's incredible. So one day Raz says, hey, you want to get your group to open for Bone Thugs. So the night we go to open for Bone Thugs, Kush takes all the equipment out the studio because he's mad that he like wanted me to like give him like writers and publishing for See Me Shine, and he knew it was going to TI, so he's like, I want to own this, you know what I mean? And I told him no, and like he got super hot about that, took all the equipment out the studio while we're opening for Bone Thugs.
Wow.
So that is so many connections to Bone Thugs at this point, man.
Yeah.
So we come back, all the studio stuff's gone. I had a production duo with my boy Rich Rossi, and he's like a rocker. So like we had a duo called the Heat Rockers at that time. So like we were producing together as a duo, right? We lost our minds when we got back to the studio and literally destroyed the whole building nearly. Like we were shooting up the whole, it was like protested, like we shot the whole damn studio up with the fire extinguisher. We threw a guitar into the wall, like broke it and threw it and was like stick it into the wall. That's crazy stuff, right?
Damn. So y'all had like a real crash out rock star moment.
Oh yeah. You'll learn, man. I really
I love
heart,
it.
I'm really a rock star at heart, right? So
okay. Salute.
So Kush, he not only took all the equipment, but all the music and everything we had created. Everything was in there. See Me Shine, everything was in there. So
he had like the masters, the DATs, like the ADAT.
Destroyed See Me Shine, bro. But so my other partner that was down the hall, um, he goes, his name's Dusto the architect. He goes, "Hey man, I'm gonna get you your stuff back." Cause he basically moved the hard drives and everything down to their studio. I didn't know that though, but he got all the stuff, put it on a hard drive, and gave it back to me. So then I had all my stuff again, right? Fast forward, like this gotta be like 2000, like 7, 8, something like that. So fast forward the next year, right? And at this time, I'm being managed by, and the deal with Ti, all that stuff fell through. Um, Still nothing from Bone or anything like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm being managed by Henji Garcia, he's from the Rhyme Syndicate with Ice T.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Damn,
so I'm in the
that's dope.
yeah, I'm in the office. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like a lot
What
of
year was that?
legendary hip hop guys. We're talking like early 2009 to
Hell yeah,
late
man.
2008.
Listen, man, that's iconic. Just when you mentioned the Rhyme Syndicate with Ice T and
Yeah.
everything, I mean, you're bringing me back to
Oh
the
yeah.
memories that, yeah, bro. So
Oh
keep
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
go ahead. My bad.
So me and Henji are in the office one day. This was still MySpace was still popular. I had CB Shine on my MySpace page, but I get a message from someone who's like an engineer or something, and he says, "Hey man, that song you have up, it's Bone Thugs. They plan on using that song. Like it seems like they plan on using it as a single. You might
Hell yeah.
you might want to reach out." So Henji contacts, because at this time they're with Warner Brothers. He contacts their A&R, who is Naeem,
Mhm.
I believe was his name, Naeem. Naeem says, yeah, let's have a meeting, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I go to Warner Brothers with Henji and I play the record, and he like opens the office door and he's like, "Hey, do you guys hear this?" You know what I'm saying? Like, we found the guy basically. 'Cause I
Damn.
don't know, like if they were looking for me or like they couldn't find me or what was going on at this time.
Okay.
But we struck up a deal. I got paid more than I ever been paid for a production before. Like this is my first placement for real. They set up a time for me to go in the studio with them.
Okay.
So I actually, it was just me and Crazy Bone finishing up the production and stuff. And so I brought my files in. They also had 1500 played on it as well. A lot of things people don't know. What's his name is on it too. Dang, can't remember the dude's name. That's gonna kill me. Anyways, there's another semi-big artist that's actually featured on there. I think he's not credited. Um, but anyways, we produced the record. Dave Pensado mixes it, so I get shout out to Dave Pensado, legend.
Yes.
Um,
Absolutely legend.
Legend, bro. Like I meet Dave Pensado, and he becomes like one of my good homies in the business. Like I'm like, dude, I'm like, like he gave me drums and all kinds of like files and stuff for me to work with. Like he was so dope, man. Um, so yeah, I mean that's basically it. At the end of the day, it's like the song went through a lot of stuff. A lot of people tried to get in the way and didn't want it to come out
Hmm.
unless they were a part of it. So the song went through what the song is about too,
I
and
got you.
the fact that it's so connected with Bone and all these different scenarios and stuff, it's just serendipitous, man. At the end of the day, whatever was meant to happen happened. Um, but yeah, I mean, there's other stuff too. It's like their manager at that time, Bobby Francis. Me and him actually got into it in the studio because he I don't know, like if Naeem finding me was like he felt like was stepping on his toes or what, but he did not. I don't know. He just wasn't really kind to me. You know what I mean? It's like at the end of the day, like he's like, "What kind of music do you do?" And I'm like, "Yo, I'm a pop producer at this time." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a pop producer, but for whatever reason, I'm like in this hip hop world doing records, right?" And he's like, "You ain't pop. Will I Am's pop." Stuff like that. And and since you want to be talking like this, that, and the other, like you're not gonna be in the music video, kind of thing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I was supposed to be in the See Me Shine music video and all that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, but
How, how'd that make you feel in that moment, though? I mean, because think about it like this. I mean, I do want to pause you because I mean, I know, but like let's not downplay the fact because you get to a certain point where you just went through all of this before
all of
to
this
get
mess.
just to get to the point where like okay now it's a go, it's green lit, there's a video, it's gonna be the lead single which charted. I mean like this was a big thing,
Yeah.
and you're not in the video because of politics, right?
Politics. Yeah.
You know, I want to know in that moment, how did you stay grounded or did you stay grounded?
You know what? I mean, I come from really incredible family. That
Okay.
instilled a lot of great things in me. So like I I
Respect
kind
that.
of I kind of and being in kind of in the music industry before I was in the music industry, right?
Absolutely. We're going to
It's
talk
like
about that. Talk
I,
about it. Let's talk about it.
I know how things go down, you know what I mean? So this is it's part of the program sometimes.
Did you go to your family? Because, like, so for the folks that don't know, I mean, like, this gentleman comes from an extreme family lineage of, dope, dope, dope. Uh, I mean, you have your family has connections to the Temptations.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
have connections to Ella Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
I mean, it spans across so much, right? And I don't want anyone to or to forget or not to downplay that because I know for a fact, like this, the fact that the way that you were born into the family that you were born into, with the fact that your father even had his own band, that was,
Yeah.
I'm a funk guy. I'm from Ohio, and
Oh, dude, you know what's
so like
crazy?
I love shout out to Bone, of course, mad respect because they represent Ohio to the fullest, and I love them for that, and will
Absolutely.
always be appreciative of like one of the very first major hip hop groups from Ohio to get like full blown shine and
Yeah.
continue to still be icons and legends in the game today. I mean,
Absolutely.
those are any and all of those guys are dream interviews of mine, man. And
Yeah.
I have nothing but respect for them. But like the fact that your family, has been in this, and I respect funk, and like your father had Taxi.
My
I
dad,
mean,
dude, his band right now, they're like going viral in
I know.
South Africa right now.
I know. I was seeing that as I was doing my research just recently. I was like, yo, they're actually like, it's popping up. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't hard to find or anything like that. Cause I was like,
Like
okay.
they're not performing or anything now. They're kind of older, like my dad and my uncles and them. But their music now is starting. Like I was on TikTok the other day and I looked up. You know how you can look the sound up.
Hmm.
I looked up their sound and it was just all these people in clubs singing and dancing to their music and
Wow.
all knew the words and everything. I'm like, man, y'all are going viral right now.
That's got to make you feel proud. Like, you know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean? Like, that's your
oh yeah,
pops. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
That's dope. That's
Mhm.
so dope. Did you
Yeah.
go? So getting back on track.
Mhm.
Uh, so did you go to your father, or who did you go to for counsel in that moment?
I didn't really go to anyone for counsel in that moment, but like what I meant was like I have had counsel throughout, so like I already
Got it.
knew that, it wasn't a surprise to like run
You
into.
were already hip.
Yeah, I'm like, this is part of it. This is part of the game. It's like you're gonna run into people like this sometimes. I just let it roll off my shoulder. You know what I mean, and just keep doing what I'm doing.
Salute to you for that, because a lot of people will crash out because there's a lot of, ego is one of the biggest things and killers of all things, and gets in the way and
That's
actually
right.
becomes, a stumbling block for you if you don't check it and aren't
Absolutely.
aware of it. So
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Yeah. Yep. And that's kind of one of the things that I'm into now is just like mastering myself and not letting that ego get in the way of things, and only worrying about the things that I have control over. These are just almost like the stoic philosophy, you know what I mean?
that's
So,
dope.
yeah.
Absolutely. I respect, because that's something that I'm very much focusing on now myself, as someone who may have crashed out a couple of times.
Mhm.
you know, you- but hey, we live and we learn, right? I just
That's
turned
right.
50 in March, so I'm an
Oh,
unk now. I'm officially an unk, so it's all good.
man.
I earned
March,
this gray hair.
March what?
March 1st. I'm a Pisces, and
First.
I know
I'm
that
a
you
Pisces too.
yourself is the
Yeah.
18th,
Yeah.
man.
That's,
So
yeah.
salute, Pisces gang gang.
Yeah.
I don't follow astrology, so I can't tell you like any of the things, like, or I know it's Aries season, because whenever I do any DJing online and stuff like that, Aries seasons, all right, come on, like I always know, I just know. So but I have no idea. But
Yeah.
no, to get back on track, so
Mhm.
you find out that you weren't going to be in the video, and like so what goes next then?
It is what yeah. After that, the project comes out,
Yes, sir.
everything went smooth and you know, I gained some accolades from it and I moved into start I started to move into other bigger projects. It's like I went from there to, doing music for Kardashian, for the Kendall and Kylie Jenner, for their clothing campaigns. Did a
My
lot.
daughter was like, "You're interviewing what?" Like when I told her, I was like, "Guess what?" I was like, "I got somebody that." I said, "You know who Bone?" Because my daughter's the music one, right? And she knew who Bone was, and my son does too. And then
Oh,
also,
dope.
but I was like, "But you're gonna love the fact that he did music for the Kardashians."
Yeah, the
So,
Kardashian show, Kendall and Kylie, their stuff. Oh,
what
yeah.
was that like, landing that? Because I mean, I mean that show in itself is such a staple in pop culture, right?
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Kardashians. I don't really watch the show or
Yeah.
anything, but you know, those are definitely those kind of opportunities that, licensing, any kind of licensing opportunities. I feel like a lot of hip hop artists they kind of shy away from that stuff. That's where the money's at.
I was gonna say those royalty checks, because that syndication's got to be like yeah, ching 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 ching. You know what I mean?
That's where the money's at for sure. I mean, the biggest check I ever got was probably for Faster, the movie Faster,
Okay, yeah,
starring The Rock and Billy
yep.
Bob. That was probably the biggest check I've ever gotten for a placement, and that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, I always encourage people because I do a lot of mentorship and consulting these days, and I always try
That's
to
dope.
encourage artists to. It's like they throw away old stuff, but the old stuff will work for licensing for television and film. It's like it's all about catalog and having a big repertoire and having music, different sounds and just different things. If you have a large catalog, you can make that catalog move, you know?
Okay.
And it doesn't matter if it's new, if it's old. You could have a song that's 15, 20, 100 years old. It doesn't matter. It's like, does it fit this scene?
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it could not even be the best. That's the crazy part. It's like you could do a song that's kind of weird sounding, but it's like it fits the scene. If it fits the scene, they gonna want it.
That's dope.
So put in your catalog. Everything goes in the catalog.
So how would someone link up? So because we do have a lot of independent artists that watch this either live or on the replay
Mm.
play, and much love that everybody that's tuning in live right now on City World Media Group, from our city to your world, City World Media, on Kick, on Twitch, on YouTube. Much
Shout out
love.
Jonathan Lippy. I see him in there.
Yes, Jonathan, much love and salute to you, and thank you so much for being here as well as everybody else. I you know, just want to say at this point, you know, how does someone actually get connected or be able to link up or make the moves to get into the opportunities, or get into the music side of film and TV and commercials and video games? Because I've had
Hmm.
individuals here just like yourself that have done a tremendous amount of work, just making grip off of video games and TV shows, just like you know what I mean. So how does someone get into that too?
It's all relationships. It's there's people out there. It's their job to shop music, or there's also people where it's their job to find music. You know,
Okay.
like music supervisors and stuff like that. So it's all in your network. You network with the right people. You got to learn how to send them your music too, because they don't like to take stuff unsolicited, right?
Mm.
So, and they like to have it in a certain format. Like right now, I use a platform called Disco whenever I send links and stuff like that. So it's like you want to be hip to how they like to get the music, because on Disco, all of your all the ownership information, lyrics, all the PRO information, data, everything's in there. So they like to use stuff like that because they don't have to chase down whoever wrote the song. That's like they have all the information, they can contact you. Everything is smooth that way. Um, and it's like, especially today with AI and sampling and just all the stuff, they like to have clean records. And, that's why using somebody that it's their job to kind of like deliver music is dope, because they screen the music. So, like, if they have a trusted relationship, then that gets passed over real smooth and you can get your placement and you're out of there. So it's really just about making their job easier, the music supervisor. The easier you can make their job, the smoother you can make it, the cleaner your records are and everything's organized. Organization is key. The easier you're going to have getting your stuff placed. It's just that simple.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's the long and the short.
Professionalism.
The long and the short. Professionalism, yeah. Definitely.
having your P's and Q's in order and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's relationships and being organized for sure.
Oh yeah,
Um,
man.
it's like a lot of my placements came from third parties, so like people that are like working with supervisors. Um, that's not the only way to get placements, but it's like shout out Anthony Brewster. The first time I like worked on a score, it's because he was already doing it. You know, um, him and my boy Colin. Shout out Colin. Colin is the bass player from the Chronic.
That Colin, is it
Yeah,
Colin Farrell?
Colin Wolf. Colin Wolf.
Colin Wolf, not
So
Colin Farrell.
so
Colin Farrell, that's men at work. My bad.
so
Yeah.
him and Brew, they're mentors of mine.
But
So like,
Colin Wolf, hold on though. The bass player, he didn't just play on the Chronic though. He was a bass player. Dre did other work with him. I mean, including on with Ruthless as well.
hmm
He did work on Ruthless and like some of the NWA also.
he's been
I
on a
think
lot of he's been
like
on a lot of stuff.
like man, salute to him. Like because I'm someone who would stare at the record, the credits, I
Mhm.
was opening the booklets if it was a CD or a tape, or
Yeah,
I'm a
man.
record guy, I'm a vinyl guy, so I'm staring at the the production credits. So I know exactly
Yeah.
my hat.
These
Salute.
guys, these guys have they're they've worked with some of the biggest artists ever.
Yes.
And I was fortunate, to be able to work with them when I was just a pup, man. Like I wasn't even old enough to get in the club, and I got to perform with them every Wednesday night. When I was when I was just couch surfing back in the day. So, but no, those are my mentors. But yeah, they gave me my first opportunity to work on a score, which was Motives 2, starring Vivica Fox. So it's
That's
like,
dope.
yeah, it's like relationships are everything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I have great, valuable relationships, but like these people are really family too. It's like I just was fortunate, it's like to be introduced to certain people like like Colin and Brew. Like I was introduced to them through my partner Deploy and my cousin, rest in peace, Dial Tone. And those guys really kind of, in a sense, really gave me my first foot in the game. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's like one thing usually leads to another in this business. So it's like you do something with Bone Thugs, you end up in the studio with Dr. Dre, you end up working with the Kardashians. It's like one thing after another. Like when you gain the buzz around your name and stuff like that, things just start kind of coming to you from there.
What was, you mentioned that and in my research, it was like you did have connections, of course, and had an opportunity to kind of have some mentorship from Dre, or
hmm
be in the same room. Like,
Yeah.
please, like tell us what it's like to work with that, because I have had Demiza on the show twice, and
Oh,
Demiza is,
shout out to
uh,
Mizza.
much love because he's well connected with Dr. Dre and the whole
hmm
family tree of Aftermath and everything like that.
Yeah.
Iconic individual in the game. But
hmm
what was it like? Speaking of one of the biggest icons in the game, what was that like to be able to meet Dr. Dre for the first time? And like, what's one of the dopest memories that you have of him, or like best piece of advice that? Because I know that he's very big on giving advice, and
Man,
so please.
I work working with Dr. Dre at first was just like, I don't know. It's like you're kind of like, cause I don't get like crazy being around stars and stuff like that, right? But like somebody like Dr. Dre is so big, in the business. So
It's
um,
an icon. I mean, it's someone that is worldwide known. Like,
I would
just like
say
a world leader's name,
right.
who the heck, like people in remote countries that are like with quote unquote third world countries or whatever you want to call it, know
Yeah,
who Dr. Dre is.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I would say this is the first time I was actually really nervous being in the studio with somebody. um, and, it's just a different environment. I mean, at this time, he was down the hall from Polo because Polo the Don had Jimmy, Jimmy signed, he's a genius because he's at that time. It's like you sign the producers bring the artists, and then they build. So it's like Polo the Don was down the hall, and he was in and out of the
Huge.
studio.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe like I was in this situation. I mean, and this is another situation that Henji brought me into. Him and a guy named Supreme from the Wu-Tang camp.
I mean, come on, man. Supreme.
Yeah, they were.
Wow. Salute.
Supreme was in and out of our office, me and Hen's office, and Supreme was over there with Dre, and they made the connection and got me in there.
Wow.
So I was in the studio for mad days. Like, like obviously I would leave and come back, but like I was in there just like
soaking up everything.
Fly on the wall, just learning everything. Stat Quo was in there doing work.
Wow. Anything that was
Sly was in there doing a lot of stuff too. Shout out to Sly.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, so when I was in there, they were working on Kush.
Okay.
Featuring Akon.
Yeah, man. Kush was huge, man.
Right. So I wrote this is crazy. Okay, so I got an opportunity to write some hooks for a song that featured Jay-Z called Under Pressure.
Oh, hell yeah. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I mean, Dre's style is like write a million hooks. Just write as much as you can, as many hooks. Like, so instead of just writing a hook and being done with the song, it's like, that ain't it. Write more hooks kind of thing. So he's really about perfecting what it is you're working on. So like in terms of lessons, that was one of the ones. So like I try not to hang my hat on just the first idea, and I try to do kind of more different ideas and try to bend it in different ways. You know what I mean? So I wrote some hooks for it. I'll never forget, dude. Jimmy Iovine walked in the studio and he's like, "What's up with this? Can we put out a song? Like, what's going on?" And he's like, "Play what you're working on." And he plays a version.
This is IV talking to you or talking to
Dre.
I'm
just in the back, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so they were giving each other hell. Like IV was coming in, like giving each other.
Like, yo, give me the music, man. Let's get this out, because the detox. This is for the detox. Yeah. So he plays different versions of the song, right? One had Carrie Hilson on it. One will.i.am wrote on it, and then my part where I wrote on it, right? And he like took. This is Jimmy. Jimmy's like, put that one with that one, and put that one together like this, and let's just get it out. And it was, my part was in there. You know what I mean? One of my parts was in there, but that song in the detox obviously never came out. But yeah, it was pretty wild, man. And a lot of songs people don't even know from the detox ended up coming out under other artists. So
that's what I had heard. Do
like
you know
T.I. has a song called Dope. That song was supposed to be on the detox.
With T.I., or was it just going to be Dre and someone else?
I think it was just going to be Dre.
Gotcha.
But T.I. ended up getting that song, and it had the Aaliyah sample on there and stuff like that. It was tight. But yeah, no, like the Dre situation was really interesting.
Do you know why the Detox album didn't come out? Like anything, or in your opinion, are you able to speak on why you think it didn't come out?
I think well, for one, I think he's sort of over music. I mean, he got, like everybody, you have your moments where you're like really get into the music, and then sometimes you kind of step back a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think at that time he just wanted to kind of fall back, because he ended up doing other stuff, like like the the movie Straight Outta Compton, and then he dropped that project. You know,
Compton soundtrack or Compton.
salute DJ Silk, man. That's my dog. You know,
Salute.
and he worked on that project. He worked on a lot of stuff with Dre. You know, he's been signed to Dre for a long time.
And he's cold with it too.
Cold with it, man. Cold. Yeah, man.
I mean, like
Another
I love,
mentor of mine, honestly.
really, yeah, and
Yeah.
and that was like I had seen that you had connections with that, and that was like one of the other links that you had with Dre.
Yeah.
And connections that you had with him was that connection that way as well.
Yeah. DJ Silk, man, that's my.
How'd
That's
you connect
that
with him?
in LA, you know, everyone has like a big homie, right? Like,
Okay.
if they
Yeah.
can't find you, it's like if somebody's after you. It's like, who's this big homie? We need to talk to him. You know what I mean? Like, Silk is my big homie. You know?
Understood.
So like, if you know, that's my dog right there. He's sick with it though.
Yes, he is.
Sick with it. Yeah, like he's a legend, man, for real. He's a legend. Y'all got to get to know him, man.
Absolutely, and
Yeah.
it'd be an honor to have him on here if he would be willing to come on. Like any of these folks, like
Yeah.
love to have them on and have an opportunity to give them their shine and give them an opportunity to tell stories and
Yeah.
and kick it and talk. Because
Yeah, we can make that happen, definitely.
yeah, absolutely, man. And
Yeah.
so I mean, you've got all of these lessons and stories and everything, and fast forward to the fact that also, because we're not done, because of course you have your solo records, and we're at the point in time where we normally play a song from your catalog. And what I would like to do is like talk about also you as an artist, as an individual. Tell me about like a song that you'd like to be able to play for the folks at this time, and of course tell me which one it is, and then set the table for it, because of course this may be the first time or a couple of times that they've been able to consume it, but the artist very rarely ever gets an opportunity to speak directly to the individuals who's getting ready to consume their music, and give us something, put us in the booth, and let us know the truth from behind whatever that song is.
Pick a song. Let's see. We on a hip hop podcast. And
It's whatever though. It does not matter. It's whatever, fam.
let's do Spaz on them.
Spaz on 'em.
Featuring Deploy. See, I mentioned my brother Deploy earlier. Let's give him some shine.
So it's called Spaz on 'em, featuring who?
Deploy.
Okay. Tell us about that.
So Deploy, he's like I said, he's one of the guys that really gave me my first start in music. He's like a big brother to me. We've been working together since I was just maybe 16 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He works with Brew and Colin. Like he's part of the band, man. We're family, man. We do a lot of work together. We do a lot of placement work together. We just did a placement for BMF and The Shy together. So yeah, we do a lot of music work together. So shout out to my boy Deploy.
Absolutely. Well, salute. We're getting ready to check out Spaz on 'em, man, right here. Much love, and let's check this one out.
We ain't slowing down, there's too much work to do. Let's do it! Every day and night we're making power move. Let's move! We ain't slowing down, there's too much work to do. Let's do it! Every day and night we're making power move. Let's move! My gameplay steady, I don't think haters are ready. How we're dropping skills, we're anvils, yep, the rest just panties. Fans, we got plenty, I don't think they got any. So every night we get turned up, hot bottles, celebrating life till they throw confetti. High octane blaze, the fast lane, supercharged, ain't no way to contain. skirt, we mash. Left foot on the gas, red line on the dash. We're gone problems, we had left them in the past. Spaz on them, we going ham on them. Push it into overdrive. We gotta stay driven, spaz on them, we going ham on them. Push it into overdrive. We gotta stay driven, spaz on them, we going ham on them. Push it into overdrive. We gotta stay driven, spaz on them, we going ham on them. Push it into overdrive. We gotta stay driven,
spaz on them, we going ham on them. They be looking at me like we might need to really put another advance on them. They cannot stop our team. Superior, we stand supreme. You know we shining on them bright just like a diamond bling. Listen to me bang it through your stereo. We cause a mayhem everywhere we go. Try to downplay me, everything go round, come back like a merry-go. Like look at this shit, look how my team taking over this shit. When we make our arrival, they all disappear. And I know that I made myself clear with the way that we spaz on them.
We going ham on them. Push it into overdrive. We gotta stay driven, spaz on them. We going ham on them. Push it into overdrive. We gotta stay driven, spaz on them. We going ham on them. Push it into overdrive. We gotta stay driven, spaz on them. We going ham on them. Push it into overdrive. We gotta stay driven. We go and spaz on them, go ham on them until they drop. Cause once we start, we ain't gon' stop until we on the top. We go and spaz on them, go ham on them until they drop. Cause once we start, we ain't gon' stop until we on the top. We go and spaz on them, go ham on them until they drop. Cause once we start, we ain't gon' stop until we on the top. We go and spaz on them, go ham on them until they drop. Cause once we start, we ain't gon' stop until we on the top. Spaz on them, we going ham on them. Push it into overdrive. We gotta stay driven, spaz on them, we going ham on them. Push it into overdrive. We gotta stay driven, spaz on them, we going ham on them. Push it into overdrive. We gotta stay driven, spaz on them, we going ham on them. Push it into overdrive. We gotta stay driven.
Yo, salute, man.
Sometimes you work with people, you just have fun, and that's what it's all about, man. That's one of those people, bro. Like me and him, we literally bring the fun back to making music. Like that's it, you know.
That one's dope, man. Salute. If y'all don't know about that one, I'm gonna put the link to that one in the chat, and then also everybody watching this live, you can always, if you're just tuning in now, you can always watch the full replay at B-Boys Underground on youtube.com, also in podcast format, soon to be coming to every single podcast format as well. Working on that, but that costs some money. But you know, the way that you can support is just by hitting that subscribe button, that like button, that share button, and all notification bell button. That's the last time I'm gonna mention it to you, because it's not that type of show and get down. It's about Excel. So without going in or transitioning back to, you know, tell me about like how you developed your own individual sound and became, you know, because you had all of these influences. I mean, you know, you have a connection to the Temptations and the microphone with your like there's so much that you have to draw from and influence from. You know, I want to know, you know, what truly shaped your sound, and also your ability to just like pick up instruments and play them and be such an artist.
Man, you just said it. You know, it's like having all these different influences have influenced my sound. And, you know, I think one of the things that artists these days kind of tend to miss is the fact that back in the day, people, you know, the reason why we glorify like the 90s and the 80s and stuff like that, right, is because artists were historians, right? So, you know, I'm like a baby historian, but it's like I really studied all forms of music, you know. So like as a creator, I think my sound is really defined by being the most eclectic. Um, it's like even growing up, it's like my mom, man, she wasn't a musician or anything, but she loves music so much. So she used to play everything you could think of,
Yes,
from
that was my Bob.
Guns N' Roses to Pac. You know what I mean? Like, and my mom was cool. Like, she'd be riding around listening to Hit 'Em Up. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
So it's like I got so much of my musical taste from my mom, right? And it's like just all types of music. Like, that is my sound. All of the music. You feel me? It's like I'm dropping rock albums. I'm dropping hip hop albums. I'm dropping pop music. Like, I feel like I feel like a lot of people are like starting to be influenced by different sounds. That's why you have like your Tyler the Creators, right?
Yeah.
Or your what's the other dude? Danny Glover, right?
Hmm.
Um so yeah, it's just like I love all music. So it's like that's my sound. Music is my sound. You never
Hell yeah.
know. You never know what I might do. Like a single could sound like anything coming from me. You know?
That's dope, man. And like, so you've had all of this opportunity to, be a mentee, and you had mentioned earlier on that you enjoy mentoring, right? And having mentees and bringing people on and being able to help them navigate the industry and just the politics and everything that goes along with it, as well as being professional and all of those things. Tell us about how you evolved into that.
Well, I think as I kind of moved more toward the business side of music, that's kind of when like the mentorship stuff started to kick in. Um, you know, I own my own tech company, music distribution company called Eclipse Distro.
Yes.
Really, really heavy into the world of tech and the constantly evolving music industry on a technological level. Um, so yeah, I mean, just that comes with a lot of people, having questions and wanting to know what's the best way to go about releasing their music and stuff like that. So you kind of naturally become a mentor from that aspect.
That's dope. So, with your distribution company, my apologies, country, with your own country, as you established. I'm sorry. Hey, look, y'all, we are live, uncut, and stuff happens. But anyway, I wanted to ask you, like, to go more into that, because this is huge in regards to especially any aspiring artists who are out there right now
Mm-hmm.
that are looking for partnerships and everything like that. You have an entire organization that is extremely impressive and set up to be able to help new, independent, upcoming, aspiring artists and work with.
Yes.
Would you please tell us about that? And also, before I do that, my apologies to interrupt you. I
Mhm.
can't not acknowledge. Thank you, Al Mal, for the raid on Twitch. Much love. Welcome in, Raiders. Salute to you. Make sure you follow Al Mal. We've had him on B-Boys Underground, and also you might know us in the Usual Suspect podcast. He's a dope artist. He's he's headlined and mainlined the main stage for Juggalo festival, gathering of Juggalo. Sorry, my bad. I'm having a difficult day today. But so my apologies. But yes, make sure you follow the one and only Al Mal. Thank you so much. But then my apologies. Please go into that electro distro.
Eclipse Distro. So Eclipse
sir.
Distro,
Yes.
So what makes us different is not only are we more affordable, but we are artist built. Like we are musicians, like and we're reachable. So it's like I don't know anybody that can go talk to the owner of DistroKid. You know what I mean? So we pride ourselves in being real people and really for the music to help independent artists. So that's one. Two is we have a very unique marketplace that has everything any artist would ever need. So new or seasoned. So if you needed an attorney, shout out Bernie Lawrence. She's our CEO. She is a very accomplished entertainment attorney. It's like you can get her services through Eclipse. All your registration, your BMI, all your income that you earn through music, you're able to collect all that data into one space through our partnership with Mogul. We also have ways you can handle your radio, everything from radio to booking. You could become your own booking agent. You can market your music. We have a partnership with Intelligent that handles all the marketing, even down to mixing and mastering. Even if you don't know how to mix and master, we made it so artists can use the power of AI to mix and master their music through our system. So literally any and everything. We also do affiliate partnerships, which we'll set up the show with an affiliate link, and you guys can have a discount code to give to all your users and stuff. I mean, all your followers. Sorry, that's that tech talk.
No, that's dope.
But yeah, we're trying to, because music is a very fragmented world. In order to collect all the different royalties and stuff like that, you got to go to all these different places, and we're just really trying to make it easier for you to not have to be experts and not have to go to all these different places in order to protect your music, promote your music, market your music, and do everything that you need to do.
Look at all these services, y'all. I posted the link to the website directly in the chat, so you can go ahead and bookmark that. And of course, it is in the bio on the YouTube page and all the other links and places that we are live. But salute to you, man. Like this is absolutely dope. And how does it feel to be able to transition to an entrepreneur? Like, yeah, you've got this extensive catalog and great lineage in music, but to also transition into an entrepreneur and creating your own lane, but also doing it in a way where instead of being cannibalistic, as a lot of people are in the industry, is it looks like you truly are trying to be altruistic about like making sure that everyone is as organized, like you said earlier in regards to your placement, being organized and having everything in order to be able to have your best foot forward. What I
Right.
mean? Salute to you for that.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I just want to turn everybody into professionals, That's it, man. It is a business at the end of the day, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so, just want to give everybody, the opportunities that either I didn't have or the organization that I wish I had back when I started, right? And then being an artist and going through the different trials and tribulations of being, a a starving musician at one point, right? And the things that could improve, especially now with the technology, right? It's like I wanted to make those improvements,
Yeah.
you know.
Did you like any of the game from like actually being in the room with Jimmy, Iovine, like, and of course Dre, and you know your entire family, like, help shape this vision of the company, and like what was some of the biggest takeaways that helped shape the vision for this company that you could
Oh,
say from.
definitely. I when when I met Dre, he was Beats by Dre was really, really, really popular at the time, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
I got to kind of get a glimpse of like the business side a little bit, and to see how he is just kind of a master of his own world, right?
Hmm.
So it made me want that. Like I wanted to build my own kingdom in a sense, right? It's like I never really wanted to be like signed to anyone or like be under anyone. You know what I'm saying? It's like I wanted my own and to build my own from seeing these people that have built their own thing, right?
Yeah.
Um so yeah, I mean that definitely influenced me to kind of go my own path in terms of like entrepreneurship for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
Um, from the liquor deals to everything. Um,
Liquor
which
deals. Do you
which
know things
I
about?
it's
Do you?
crazy because like I don't want to sound like somebody that's just straight dropping names all the time, right? But
No, but
it's like
this is so everybody understands. I mean, you've got, this is the place to do it, because this is a place we really want you to be able to feel free to give your flowers, and we want you to get, because honestly, let people know. I mean, honestly, who you are, and rep that stuff, because this is the place to do it, because we would love to hear about it. So
right.
drop those
It's a
names.
lot of stuff, so I'm trying to get it all in here.
You're good.
So Dr. Dre's son, Curtis, is one of my best friends. And
Much love to him. Salute.
we work together on a wine brand. It's not, I don't know how much I'm supposed to even say right now.
Oh, well,
I'll,
I don't want to
but
get you in trouble, but
it's not, it's not in the market yet.
okay.
Um, but we are working on young family wines. It's amazing because it really brings the music and the experience together where it kind of brings wine into the newer generation and it mixes tech and music with the wine. That's all I'm gonna say. But it's pretty incredible. It all goes together.
Do
So
you have a an estimated like time frame, a guesstimated time frame, or a like a time frame that you guys are shooting for to be able to go public, or announce?
now there's no announcement yet.
Understood.
Mm-mm.
Gotcha. So it's still all in
Soon.
development, and
Soon.
soon. All
Soon.
right. Well, hey, look, if you guys want to come back on and announce it here, or like even
Oh yeah.
do
Oh no,
anything, we would be blessed for that, bro.
we're gonna send you a package, bro. You're gonna
Oh,
get
wow.
something.
Much
Definitely.
love. Salute.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah.
For sure. That's not,
So I got
I gotta get you some EB clothing code too, man.
I would love that. I
Yeah.
mean, I would represent. I listen. So I mean, the one thing that about me is, I mean, just like you can talk to any of the cats from Bone, Ohio. We are funk, right? And that's that sound, and that era, and it's such a big influence in all of our lives as far as this music, and it's football and music, and so I'm a West Coast cat. Always have been a West Coast cat. I love all the coasts. I know all my history on East Coast, West Coast, South. It's one music, and the fact that we're over 50 years old in hip hop. Like you had
Mm-hmm.
mentioned that there's multiple genres, and just like yourself, you're an artist that has and do just not hip hop, but you do R&B, rock, of course, scores, and you have all these different facets to you. And salute to you for continuing to grind and going and making yourself your own individual. And it's easy for folks to rest on the fact that, hey, I've got family here, and it feel like a sense of entitlement, but there's no sense of entitlement in you at all. You're just such a genuine individual, and you can see from your work
Appreciate
that you're
that.
grinding and making your own way and lane. And the fact that you know the first hip hop memory you have is Bone, right? And to the fact that your very first music replacement with
With Bone,
Bone,
yeah.
and you have a history with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that song and everything charted, and salute. Like this is great. Like you've continued to follow your dream, and it doesn't seem like you let anything get in your way. Um, I do have a question from the chat from Al Mal. He wanted to ask how the Eclipse affiliate program works. If you would speak more on that.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So, essentially, you could sign up on the website. I mean, or you can contact me once we get off or whatever. But essentially, how it works is you get your own link, and anyone that signs up with your link, you get to split the commission that with us on any artist that signs up through your unique link. So it's that
Gotcha.
simple. You get your own Eclipse account, and then any artist that signs up, those royalties dump right into your account. So
There you go.
it's that simple.
Boom. So get at them.
And
Get
we
at
got
them.
we have so much incredible stuff that we're working on with Eclipse, man. Man, uh, you know, it's like everyone's on the hunt to try to get the next dollar, and we're really just on the hunt to make things easier. And we really want to bring back the feeling, like even for as a consumer, like the feeling of like when you first bought a physical album, and you crack it open and you open the book, right, and all that stuff. I've been racking my brain over and over and over again trying to figure out like how can we bring that feeling back and
Yes.
still stay high tech. And I figured it out. So we got that coming too. We got stuff happening.
I can't wait to. I cannot wait. Cannot wait.
Yeah.
I'm an old head, but I am not a person who uh, discounts. I love the fact that the youth continues to carve their own lane, and again, we're over 50 years old, and hip hop has incorporated itself into the entire fabric of the music industry.
Everywhere.
And I
We've
mean, the
influenced hip
culture,
hop
all
has
corners,
influenced hip hop
everything.
has influenced everything. Literally everything.
We had Jay-Z at the inauguration sitting, and his wife Beyonce singing at the inauguration for a president. And when I mean I mean politics aside, because we don't get into all of that, but when because people right now, everything is just so that's the reason why I make that comment, because
Yeah.
everybody's tight in the chest right now, and this is
Mhm.
not the place. This is the place to unwind and talk about music.
Very different
So,
times. Very different
but
times.
yes, but when I seen that, and seen the fact that, I was like, Jay-Z is sitting on stage at the inauguration. Hip hop is sitting on stage at the inauguration, like in camera, while he's giving his oath. I'm like,
The nerve of rap.
I love it though. I love it because it still, even, to this day, it's so many different genres now. And it's just like rock or anything like that. And the fact that it gets labeled and lumped in one category still and
Yeah.
doesn't have its different distinctions and genres in regards to that is something that I don't understand, because people's like, oh, rap is dead. No, the hell it's not. It's just that you haven't found something new that you appreciate. But like if you like the classic boom bap shit, there's plenty of people, young artists doing it. And from the West Coast, of all people, like the Yodis. I mean, my
Hmm.
God. I mean, there's so many cats that's out here killing it. East Coast, West Coast, music is still alive, and
Yeah.
hip hop is very much alive.
Shout out old school Ice Cream, because he's the one that brought us together, and he's been
I
really
love that
pushing
brother. A,
pushing the
a
contemporary hip hop.
adult contemporary hip hop. That's the
Yes.
reason why I brought it up,
Oh,
because of
good.
the yes.
Yes,
We,
absolutely, man.
we've had multiple shows about just highlighting his campaign to
Hmm.
get adult contemporary hip hop in there, and I love it because having that conversation is very important and relevant. You shouldn't have someone like a Rakim's new album or any of the, a classic boom bap album going against someone that is more of a pop.
Makes no sense, man. And the way they set up the charts too, it makes no sense. It's like, why would
Yes,
John Legend be on the same chart as Rick Ross or something? Like, it doesn't make no sense. It's like, I don't know, man. They gotta fix it. But like, I'm really, really happy with what Old School is working on with that. Shout out Old School, who's also another incredible mentor of mine. He's the
he's
reason
an
why we're
amazing
here
artist.
today. He,
Yes.
he introduced us. Gotta definitely give him a shout out. We actually produced an EP together, songs about girls.
Oh, yes, yes,
It,
yes, yes.
it's out right now, so y'all could go check it out. Old School Ice Gree.
And we did the interview and a whole show about songs about girls. So
And
you can run that back.
speaking of being historians, man, he is a hip hop legend historian.
Yes, sir.
Working with him was crazy because he taught me a whole bunch of stuff. Like he brought me back in the day. Like he showed me a lot of old school stuff, and where these ideas came from for the project and stuff like that. So I went, I was like in school, you know what I mean, working with old school.
Yeah.
Um, it was a fantastic experience, man. I'm really happy me and him got the chance to connect and work on that project.
And mad love to assist EP to Hellcat, because man, she is a monster. I love EP to Hellcat too. I
Yeah.
love me some EP, man. I love female MCs because when I love nice female MCs and
Hmm.
sick, like when they, because human beings are programmed by nature to be in tune. That's why like most hold music and people's messages normally female voices, and because we're tuned to listen, like all of those series and Alexas and might be
Hmm.
listening, all of those things, they have a
Yep.
female voice by default because we're in tune to listen to them. So especially when you got one nice that can cut through, she's so cold with it. Salute to
Yeah,
her.
she is, man. Shout out.
Iconic.
Iconic for real, man. Them two are amazing together, man.
And the
Uh,
fact that they have the only album that was
Produced by
entirely
Kanye, right?
produced by Kanye. Like the
Yeah.
only, not even Kanye's albums are solely produced by Kanye. Like they have the only one, and that was during the Wyoming sessions. When
Legendary, man. And
yeah,
if you listen to old school rap too, and his swagger, like
oh
you
yeah,
could tell he influenced Kanye, especially old Kanye. We like the old Kanye.
yes,
You could tell he influenced Kanye a lot. Um, so yeah, again, shout out old school, man. That's my brother right there.
yes. Much love to him, and he's got some really exciting stuff that he's working on right now that he hasn't been able to announce, but he thought I'm excited to hear him and see the things that he has going on behind the scenes,
Yes.
manifest, because he's got
He's
a lot.
always moving and working on projects.
Isn't he though?
He's
Like,
he's a real inspiration. You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
he lets me know I'm not doing enough, man.
You're not doing enough. Come on, man. Like, look,
I'm
you're
not
doing
doing
a whole
enough,
lot,
man.
fam.
Hey.
You're doing a lot. Don't discount yourself. Do not discount yourself, fam.
I'm
Nobody
not
could
doing
be you but
enough.
you, Steve Arrington, man. Let's get
I
back
love
to
that.
it.
Yes, that's true. Nobody can be you but you, right?
One of my favorite, songs, and one of my mottos at this point in life, because, I wish I would have learned at an earlier age to be able to not really give a damn about what someone else think, because guess what? It is not your right to worry about, or like, if a person's gonna think some type of way about you, they're gonna think some type of way about you, and that's it.
That's
you
right.
can't control it. Like, so don't trip on it, right?
That's right.
One thing, does Eclipse Distro have any sync licensing services for use in TV/Netflix, etc.? From Jonathan.
Right now we have a partnership with Sync Money, and they put out briefs, so artists are able to receive these briefs in their emails, and then they're able to submit towards different opportunities. However, we are currently working on getting a sync partner that we can help kind of manage the catalog from our artists that are on our platform and deliver, the music to our own partner that's like direct, that we can kind of handle sync with, where we would manage the relationship from that. So one is self-served, the other one will be kind of handled with us. Like, we'll do it directly. Like, we'll reach out to the artists and get the submissions and organize everything, make sure everything's clear. We'll be acting as the agent at that point. So that's forthcoming.
So,
Yeah.
hell yeah, man.
Yeah. We also have a direct-to-consumer platform that I don't know if I'm supposed to even talk about this, but we have a direct-to-consumer platform in the works right now too.
Dope.
I'm coding it, and it's about 80% complete right now, so that should be coming soon, and it's absolutely amazing.
So you're even doing your own coding and everything like that. As someone, as an unk, as my teenage twins always refer to me now. I always said I was the buzzing cousin, but they're like, nah, you're an unk dad, and I'm like, all right, then, whatever. So
Unk status.
yeah, I embrace it. Like, I got that AARP. Like, it still hasn't came in the mail, either that or Mama Boogie, my wifey, is hidden it from me. It's just to not maybe hurt my feelings. But yeah, man, getting back into your career in regards to music, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give us a song to listen to highlight, and also I just want to do a time check with you and making sure you're okay.
Jonathan Lippy, he put in a request, I think. What did he say? I miss you.
I miss you. All right, let's see here. Okay, so tell us about that song.
I miss you is about. I mentioned my cousin earlier, Dalton, who passed, who was one of the guys that kind of gave me my start. It's about him, and then it's also about my other cousin Bradley. It's a sad song, but yeah, it's really just tribute to them.
That's dope, man. And it's just always one of those things that when there's a deep connection and a story behind it, it's always. I love these types of songs right here, y'all. So we're getting ready to get into it. I miss you.
I know.
Let's get it.
you. Yeah, I miss you. Yeah, I miss you. Yeah, I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't think about you. Thinking like, how the hell am I gonna live in this world without you? You made me believe anything I could amount to. I'm trying to stay strong, follow my dreams and make you proud too. Reminiscing, hitting junkyards, fixing cars, having conversations about alien life and Mars. I guess I am the son you never had, and you were my dad every time my dad was acting the ass. And I don't mean no disrespect, sitting here losing these tears the more I reflect. Wasn't ready for the day I would have to mourn your death. Feels like I'm the one dying, crying till ain't no more tears left. Yeah, I guess God needed you more than we needed you here. On this road of life, you made it so easy to steer. Just sitting looking at my phone, ballin', wishing it was you. Blowing up my phone, calling, damn I miss you, cousin. I can't believe you're gone away. I know you're living in a better place. There's nothing out of God's plans, yeah. So I guess I gotta leave it in the Lord's hands. I miss you, yeah. I miss you, yeah. I miss you, yeah. I miss you. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't think about you. And when it came to the rap game, you showed me how to. Gave me my first connect, that led to my first check. If we didn't speak for a while, we'd always reconnect. You were my biggest fan, passed the torch into my hand. Now I'ma run with it, do it big just like we planned. I guess you are the brother that I always had. I close my eyes and I swear I can hear that laugh. So unique to me. Now when I'm feeling weak, I can feel your soul speak to me. And when you left, I swear I lost weeks of sleep. Still haven't found a way to get through this grief. Man, I guess God needed you more than we needed you here. On this road of life, you made it so easy to steer. Just sitting looking at my phone, ballin', wishing it was you. Blowing up my phone, calling, damn I miss you, cousin. I can't believe you're gone away. I know you're living in a better place. There's nothing out of God's plans, yeah. So I guess I gotta leave it in the Lord's hands. I miss you, yeah. I miss you. Yeah, I miss you. Yeah, I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. Yeah, I miss you. Yeah, I miss you. Yeah, I miss you. I miss you. I miss you.
Damn. So what I have to say is that, you know, number one, that song, I love that song right there. That's going right. That's going right into the rotation, for sure. But like I, of course, being someone who as being a sound engineer and also DJ and all of that stuff, I listen to everything in layers. And I I have to ask, well, I have to first appreciate and acknowledge that every single thing that I have listened to since setting up and having this interview locked and everything like that, to it your production, you have what I appreciate. You give everything air, you give everything space, and what I call letting it breathe, where you know sometimes stuff, and it works for certain things where everything crashes, but
Mm.
everything has breath, space, and air to it, where the song breathes. And it also, so it's like this warm enveloping sound instead of it just everything mixed front and center and in your face. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's enveloping, but you have like such a great mix to it, and the way you approach it. And was that you on the guitar?
Yeah, that was actually a keyboard guitar.
That was it. But hold on though, man. Like, just that whole production though, man. Like, I mean, like, I got Prince vibes. I got all types of, like, that one right there. Like, when you hit it with the guitar solo, I was like, all
Yeah,
right, now here we
yeah.
go.
My oldest son's name is Prince. You know.
Oh man, purple
So,
music all day, man. Like,
yes, yes.
rest in peace to the one Prince Rogers
Definitely
Nelson.
one of my great influences for sure.
Did you ever have a chance to or opportunity to be in the room with or around him?
I never met him, but uh, Morris Day's bass player. Um, I grew up with hanging like his son was my best friend.
Right on.
So I have been around the musicians that are around Prince, but yeah.
Gotcha. So you've probably heard some really good, fun inside stories.
Oh yeah. Well,
That-
yeah. I mean, not too many stories because
yeah,
I just a kid, but
yeah,
for the most part. But I did have an opportunity to be in some sessions and see some things. Yeah.
yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
That's dope, and
Yeah.
that's got to be a huge influence just to be around those folks that were, privileged enough and skilled enough to be in the same room with Prince, right?
Mhm.
Because you couldn't be, just anybody playing and being with Prince, right?
Yeah.
So
His name's Freeze. Freeze.
freeze,
He's dope, man. He's a dope bass player.
absolutely
Yeah.
salute. How you doing on time?
I'm okay.
Okay, cool.
I'm
Well,
okay.
I'm just asking, just being respectful, if you wanted to continue the conversation, or if you had to wrap or not, because I'm definitely enjoying the conversation. But
Nah, I appreciate it, man.
hey,
I
look,
definitely thank you for having me on here.
nah, man,
I'm honored, man. Really.
come on, man, I'm honored to have you here, fam. So we appreciate you, and again, always trying to make sure that people have the opportunity to be given their flowers, especially artists such as yourself, that you have so much going on, that um, you know you are someone that's important, especially you're carrying the torch forward. You have a family legacy that you're holding up to, and then just the folks that you've been able to work with, and you you very much are someone that needs to make sure that people are aware of you. So much love and salute to you,
Right
my
on,
brother.
man. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you. I'm not just gassing you up. I mean, like, I I respect the hell out of your music, man. I
Thank
love
you,
it.
man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it's mutual, bro. Mutual respect for sure.
Yeah, man. So, like, you got to give us some more stories as far as, like, cuz I know you've got a ton of stories, and you're like, I don't know what this, like, I mean, I've got so many that I want to ask,
I got
but
a tiny story that's like pretty amazing.
yeah,
Um,
please.
it's it was a mix of sad and amazing.
All right.
So uh, the night Pimp C passed.
Rest in peace, Pimp C.
Rest in peace, Pimp C.
I was just watching
The
an interview with
last
him this morning.
picture, the last picture Pimp C ever took was me and him on stage at the House of Blues because my group Top Floor, we opened up for him and Too Short
Wow.
that night, and
Wow.
that's the night he passed.
Wow.
Incredible, right? And there was a book that came out after he passed away, and the picture of me and him is in the book too. Yeah.
Look, man, UGK, Pimp C, much love. Rest in peace to Pimp C, and big shout out to Bun B. And but yeah, man, Underground Kings, dude, like they like Pimp. I love Pimp C because he was always like every story you ever hear about and everything that you like, was always genuine and just him unapologetically.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
he had it figured out early on, you know what I mean? Instead of just trying to people please or do whatever, he was just like, man, I'm gonna be me. And
Yeah.
he did that.
Oh, for sure. I'm trying to find a picture right now. I don't know if I have it on my gram or anything, but yeah, man, it's a lot of little situations, man. It's like
So what did that feel like
I
when you
feel
heard
like
the news?
oh my god, man, my
Like that was
heart
like you
dropped,
just was
man. I
with
was
him
like,
like
what?
hours ago. Like it was less than 24 hours that you know, were just there and had that moment, and then you get that news. I mean, I remember when I heard where I was at still and when I heard it. So like that had to have been like a knife.
Yeah, man, my partner Rolo, he told me, and I told him quit lying, bro. Like, what are you talking about, man? And it's like, nah, for real, man. Like, I guess he went back to his hotel, and that's when it happened, man. That's crazy, man.
Damn.
Yeah, but I will say that that night was really amazing. Uh, that was at the time one of the biggest crowds that I ever performed in front of, and Pimp and Too Short brought me and Rolo back on stage afterwards too, which was, you know,
Respect.
amazing.
They don't do that. They
them,
didn't have to do that.
them guys that were just up here, can y'all come back on up here? Yeah.
Wow.
So we got to hang out on stage with him. I never met him before that. Like that was the first time I got the chance to meet him and stuff. So, you know, yeah,
That's dope.
too short too. So
Do you have you ever had a chance to work with Too Short or anything like that since then?
I've never worked with Too Short. Too Short is good friends with Silk though, I believe.
Gotcha.
I know they've done some stuff together. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, like man, he is an icon, a legend, and
Oh yeah.
I mean, I cut my teeth to Too Short. You know,
Mhm.
I was in middle school bumping Too Short. You know, and a lot of people don't realize that. You know, Too Short has been releasing music since 1981, 1982. I've got like I don't know if I know it's not in print anymore, but there was
Mhm.
like a triple CD collection that came out, was like a ton of all of his original unreleased and early works before he like the Jive era, and it was all a compilation of that, of all of the mixtapes that he would sell out of his trunk, right?
Yeah.
It had a big old like gold condom on it. On it, like a used like unrolled condom on it. I gotta find that because this is over there somewhere. But like I was like, hell no.
Unbelievable.
But yeah, man, like Too Short, Two Live Crew, all of those things, like they influenced the young boogie to
Oh
be
yeah.
off the chain. But
They influenced me too, bro. Like you can hear if you listen down to like one of my projects, like
yeah,
a full album, you'll hear all the influences we're talking about. Like you'll hear it all together, like in
that's
different
dope.
songs. And just culturally, it's like I came up on all this stuff, even when it comes to the rock stuff. It's like
Yeah, talk about that.
I
Like,
went to high school in San Diego County, like Oceanside, San Diego County.
yeah,
At the time I was coming up, it's like Kanye was like when I was in high school, Kanye was hitting. Um, all the rock bands at that time, a lot of them were out of San Diego, you know. So all that influence for sure is there. So that's why I'm actually working on a. So okay, so I have a project that's coming out called Duality, and it's a sequel to this last album I put out called Dopamine, and it's singing and rapping. It's a double disc, so one side is singing, the other side is rapping.
let's go.
Yeah, and it's about 99% done now. So I'll be dropping singles. Some of the singles are already out, but I'll be dropping singles for that. Um, and then following that is a full on rock project.
So let's talk about that rock project and the rock side of you, and like how that, like, you had the opportunity to go in that direction, right? And you
Right.
wanted to go in that direction.
Yeah.
What inspired that and influenced that, and like tell us about that.
Well, like I told you, man, my mom, I came up on Guns N' Roses and all kinds of different rock music.
Who's your favorite rock band?
Queen.
Why?
Um, the most amazing, one of the best vocalists out there. I mean,
Freddie.
yeah, Freddie, man, and it's like it doesn't matter what genre, it's
Yeah.
like Whitney Houston, Freddie Mercury, it's like these are great vocalists. So
Yeah.
I'm not the best vocalist, like I'm not a trained vocalist, but I do sing, and like I just in my mind always wish and I could sing like on that level. You know what I mean? I'm first and foremost a music producer, obviously, right? But as an artist, like I've always wanted to be able to sing on that level. So it's just like, yeah, Freddie all day. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, it's like even in the Blink era, it's like I was really getting into music at that time. So I was even learning how to produce at that time too, like in high school. So, I was influenced by a lot of that stuff. So it quite naturally, and like I said, my partner Rich Rossi, we had the Heat Rockers where we were producing nothing but hip hop rock beats,
Hmm.
and so even even on the hip hop stuff I do, you'll hear layers of rock in there usually.
Hmm.
It's just like part of me.
Just like the Miss You. I mean, you had a guitar solo that was definitely like,
Right.
when I said Prince inspired, because Prince had soul, he had, but you know, when he showed up and had, they did the tribute to George Harrison, like My Guitar Gently Weeps, and you
Mm.
have every single living rock guitar icon on stage, with the exception of Jimmy Page on stage. I can't remember if Beck was on stage or not, but either way, he came out and did the final solo. And actually, they did not rehearse that. He just did like a little part at rehearsal, and then what you heard live on that performance was him putting a period on the fact that he deserved to be up there. Not only did he deserve to be up there, he stunned and had everybody in awe, including every single guitarist and performer that was on that stage, anybody that's seen it, and they just went with it. They just had
Yeah.
to keep going because they just were riffing, because he did not stop. If you
Mm.
know that performance, you know what the hell I'm
I
talking
know
about.
exactly what you're talking
I
about.
know you do, because
Yeah.
I know you do. I mean, it will bring goosebumps to your arms, man. So go check that performance out if you don't know what I'm talking about. That is
Yeah.
crazy.
That goes back to the guitar crying, man. He made that guitar cry.
But so that's the reason why I don't ever like it, I don't definitely ever make that compliment to anyone lightly, and when I heard that guitar solo and then I was like, man, damn, all right. And the fact that you did it on the keyboard and what has me wanting to ask is like, what was the first machine or the first thing that you learned to produce on? Like the very first thing I ever learned how to use it was an MPC 3000. You know what I mean? The 3000 was what I learned to cut my teeth on.
Do you got the new MPC that just came out?
Man, if I had the ability, I would. But them things are sold out anyway, too. But I would love to have one of those bad boys. Those are dope.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have one?
I don't. No, I have.
Have you had a chance to play with one?
I got a machine right here though.
Oh, so you like the machine?
I don't really mess with pads. I started with the Motif. Actually, it was my first.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
what I made See Me Shine. I made See Me Shine on a Motif.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yep. Straight up. The whole thing. Motif. Yeah.
That's an iconic keyboard.
It is, man. I got the Mo 8 right here.
That's dope.
But I also got a Juno, the Roland, right here too.
No kidding. Damn.
Yeah.
The first keyboard that I learned to do was the ASR 10. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's what shout out to Dalton. That's what he used to use, the ASR 10.
Yeah, that's iconic. I loved using it for filters too, because there was a speaker cabinet filter that you could use, and that's what I would use to strip a lot of bass lines down, to sample it and cut it out, and you get that real gritty, nasty texture to it.
Did you have the external floppy disk thing with it?
Yeah, the jazz drive and the zip drive and all of that. Yeah. Something
sonically that it does, man. Even the MPC, sonically, there's something.
The 3000
you can't get that sound.
It's that 16, 18-bit, conversion that they had. And think about the SP12, and the fact that in itself, had its own sound, and you had limited space, limited time, and that's how, even the ASR 10 and the MPC, all of these machines, didn't have unlimited stems and sounds and tracks.
Right.
Yet these producers had very, very tight windows to work with and being creative.
I had the little disc thing that goes inside the back of the Motif. I just had a pile of those things, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro. I used to do all my sample flipping and everything through there. Straight through the Motif.
That's dope.
Yeah. I always played I instead of the pads, I would use the keyboard pads kinda.
That's dope.
But I do want that new MPC.
Oh hell yeah, bro. That looks like that's amazing. You know what I mean? This is just the fact that you can be that creative with it, and yeah. And it's at a great price point too. You know what I mean? They didn't tax.
They knew what they were doing.
They knew exactly what they're doing. They were like, we're gonna clear the shelves.
Yeah. We're gonna sell out with this.
Yes.
That song I just sent you, I don't know
I'm trying to actually get it saved up now so I can get it transferred over.
If you could pull it up, it's this is one of the rock records, right? And it's called Oceans of Time. Super dope. So my Uncle James and my Uncle Melvin hit me up. My Uncle Melvin sent me a video of him strumming the guitar, singing the chorus, the Oceans of Time, right? And instantly, because they sent it to me like, yo, what can you do with this kind of thing, right? I instantly knew what to do with it. So I took it and completely produced a whole rock song out of it. But
That's dope.
what's really cool though is the theme of it comes from the Dracula movie, where he says, I've traveled oceans of time.
Oh, that's the Bram Stoker one.
Yeah, he said he said I traveled oceans of time to find you. So that kind of inspired the song. So yeah, it's dope.
I'm trying to get it actually on.
Yeah, if you can. If not, don't worry about
No,
it.
no, no. I'm actually just give me a second if you can tell a little bit more.
Jonathan Lippy needs to hear this though.
Hey, look.
And yes, I will be singing. I think he said something about singing. Yeah, I'm gonna be singing all the rock stuff. Yes. It's actually it's under a new name. So, for a lot of my singing and rock stuff would be under Brian Excel instead of Excel Beats.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, let's see what else.
Yeah, I'm sorry, everybody. I want to give a big shout out to Nerf Girl, Danny Chaz. Make sure you follow my brother Danny Chaz. It's one of my bros that I stream with my other podcast, the You Might Know Us podcast. That's where we do all types of other stuff, man. We do. It's just an open format sesh where we get together. We've been doing that. That was the first podcast that I started before with those guys and the bros. It was a collective that formed it, and we've been doing that since the pandemic. So, and it's, we continue to go and roll. So much love to my bros, all my usual suspect brethren, and yeah, man, it's been fun. This has been a fun journey as far as just being able to go from doing that to being with someone like yourself and having a conversation about things that, again, I find near and dear to my heart, because music actually really, when I was at rock bottom, if it wasn't for my wife and children, I definitely would have been up out of here. But music was the vehicle that I was like, we got to figure out some way to figure this shit out. And I figured it out through just, taking the journey through streaming and music and being inspired by the folks that have always been an inspiration to me. So yeah, man.
So dope, man.
Yeah.
I'm really, again, I'm honored to be on here with you, bro.
Oh man, you don't know how much that means to me, man. I mean, you're someone that's been, in the rooms and know people that, it's like, hey, I did back in the day. I was like kind of a get 'em to the Greek guy, like, shout out to G Fresh is one of my co-hosts. He was the one that he saw me DJing at the club. I was early on, I DJ'd for an all old school funk R&B night. It was 35 and older, and I was very much underage. I was 16 years old. and the way I got my mentor got me the job, as far as, because it was his job and I was his partner. He's like, you're coming along with me, and he had me DJing. And that's really where I learned how to DJ. And it was a large capacity nightclub. It would hold over 1,000 folks, and be packed in there. And I had, a tremendous amount of opportunity, but that was pressure, trial by fire, and you couldn't mess up. And especially I attribute to the fact that, being able to, take all of that to be able to be here and, living out something that I wish the Napster stuff completely, I was like, all right, hold on. All the record labels collapsed and everything just started shrinking. And so, I did street team work. I did record
Oh
pool
wow.
work. G-Fresh and I, that's how we linked up. Was he saw me at the DJ, and we linked up, and we started. I helped with B-Boys Underground. He started with Mr. Dibbs and himself, and it was an entire crew. I was part of the crew,
What
and
a
all.
time, right?
Yeah, man. Like, and
I miss physical CDs and
well, the
albums.
record pool was dope. So we
Record
had,
pool.
I was calling all of the labels, right? And I had to get the labels to, support the record pool and send them in. And we had a roster of DJs, and you had to break records and give feedback and all of that stuff. It was fun. It was a great time.
Yeah.
But when, Napster and all of the record labels went bankrupt, basically, I still got checks that are owed to me from street
It
team
changed.
projects.
It
Yeah.
changed the value of music altogether. It's
Oh
like,
my God.
uh,
Having physical copies, I mean, do you yourself plan on doing releases with physical copies yourself, or is that something
yeah,
that you're interested in, or
yeah,
like vinyl releases or
yeah,
limited runs or
yep. And
cassettes?
we do vinyl distribution too.
Dope.
Yeah, we have a partner that handles vinyl for us.
Gotcha. Do you do all like the custom vinyl, like the 180 gram with like the colors and all of that stuff?
No, it's just you can only get black, just the
Gotcha.
plain black with this company. But what's
Still being able to have a tangible though,
no, what's
the
cool
physical.
is they have their own technology, uh, and they're able to press vinyl faster than like any other company or something. So
Hmm.
like it's print on demand vinyl. So
Damn.
you don't
On
need
demand?
on demand. Yes.
Wow. So that is a
Yeah.
change. That's a game changer right there. So
Yeah, because you don't
this
have to pay up front. You can set up your store and sell your vinyl just like that.
I've got a really good friend that he has a record label and is a punk artist and everything, and one of my bros, and he has put out um several physical copies, and he's had to buy a bunch, and then even also the gentleman that runs the media group Black North, he puts out a bunch of physicals, and you have to buy. That's a game changer though. What's the turnaround time? So you print on demand, so they order, then it goes to the printer, and they put the whole physical copy and put the packaging together. How long does that whole process take to get to the customer?
Hold on, don't let me
Never mind. Don't worry. Like,
hold
hold
on,
on.
I'm gonna
Like, I don't want to get you out of pocket, but
I'm gonna
no,
get that answer
that's
for you. One second.
still revolutionary, guys, because anybody that has ever did any of this thing, an artist, listen, this is a humongous, got to get with the one and only Eclipse Distro, man, to be able to do this, because I've never even heard anyone doing printing on demand vinyl. That's insanity,
Yeah, I'll try to.
especially in these days when it takes so long just to get. It's always, that was the big issue back in the day. I mean, you would have a project, and think about, of course, the Napster days when all of the stuff was getting leaked, and the mixtape era, and people's stuff getting leaked and people getting beat down over
Yeah,
that.
already.
Yeah, man. So if you guys don't know, please, please, please make sure that you, if you're an artist, you're looking to link up, you can definitely link up with Excel and
I'm gonna drop the
get
link in
something
right
going.
now. Can I drop a link in here? How do
Go
I
to
do?
your private chat, and then I can populate it out.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you go.
Oh, got it. So what I'll do is I'll post that in the link, and also I'm going to share that screen as
Oh,
well.
better yet, here. Just so it has our link with it.
Okay,
Do this one.
got it. Let's see. Boom. All right. And all right. So here we go. Vinyl and CD created at record speed. The world's first on-demand vinyl and CD platform for music creators. No cost, no obligations, no risk. Make money from the first record sold. Let's watch the video and see what happens. But it's going to... Hold on for a second. I got to do something here. Check this video.
On-demand vinyl with no upfront costs. With the Elastic Stage platform, creating your own high-quality vinyl records has never been easier or faster. Just upload your music and artwork, build out your artist page, and start spreading the word. We'll make and ship the goods directly to your fans in a matter of days, not months. Now you're free to get on with the important part, making your music. Head over to elasticstage.com and give your fans the physical release they deserve.
Yeah, man.
Just
That's
like
dope.
that. That's what I'm saying, man. We just try to make it easier for these artists, man. Seriously. I'm an artist, so I'm serving the artist community, period. I see all the areas where improvement is needed, and I'm working diligently to improve it all and just make music easier, the business especially, easier for artists. Because artists don't need to be thinking about all the stuff that they have to think about right now.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with social media and just all this stuff, man. It's like, when are artists going to be artists again, right?
I mean, so growing up in the era of Tuesday being like such a big thing in regards to like having a specific release date, knowing when the music's going to be out, to where it's like, I love the fact that anyone and everyone has the ability to be creative and put their work out there publicly for anybody to be able to go. It's never been more economical and accessible for anyone to be a creative, right?
Mm-hmm.
Than now, just because of all of this technology that we have. You know, but the fact that we can do stuff like vinyl and CD created on demand.
I'm telling you, people want to experience music. You know what I mean? It's not as an artist today, like, this is what I would tell an artist today. It's like, you need an ecosystem. You can't just think like, I'm going to just put music out and that's it. It's like, you need to build a world for your artists. I mean, not for your artists, sorry. For your fans. You need to build a world for your fans. So it's like, how you communicate with them, and being creative with different ways that you put projects together and release them and stuff like that. And it's like, you're seeing artists that are really killing it doing that kind of stuff. I mean, I think it was it Chance the Rapper or somebody put out a CD that you can scan and listen to the music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, we're in a space now where it's like, you got to get real creative, you know, and tell your story with how you tell your story and with the projects that you put out, you know.
I love the fact that even folks are putting stuff back out on cassettes now. I've had a couple of folks that have put out projects on cassette, and it's like, you know, back as a DJ and stuff like that, you needed a better sound, and then tapes weren't necessarily, but I've seen turntablists with tapes. But what I'm saying is you always want a good quality sound, right? And tapes didn't always hit as hard as compared to on large systems and stuff like that, but you still always had to collect your tapes and everything like that. But I love the nostalgia of a cassette tape, because who didn't have boxes and boxes and boxes of cassette tapes? I know I did. I still do, because I don't throw away anything. So
yeah,
I'm a hoarder. I got tons of media.
Yeah, man. It's like, I remember my mom had the vinyl crates, man.
Yes, sir.
It's like, I don't know. It's like the experience, man. And even opening the CD booklet and having a
The
poster,
smell.
the smell, the look, the feel, just being able to hold. You know what I mean? It's
I
like
mean, you
that's
mentioned that
why
Bone CD.
music had the value. Like it's
Yeah.
like people felt like they were getting a piece of art. They treated it like that, and that's missing. It's missing big
Think
time.
about all of the artwork and the concept that went into the first Bone album. You mentioned that being the
Yeah,
first thing, and like you said, that some of the shit was scary because you know what I
scared
mean.
me,
They had
man.
the Mr. Ouija, and they had they had the backwards writing and
I
stuff
was
like that.
scared,
I
bro.
was like, man, I ain't trying to be like cursed up in here, fam. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to have. So like you have to realize like I wasn't one of the reasons why I was able to listen to hip hop as much as I was and like encouraged. I tell the story that you mentioned Guns N' Roses. My mom wouldn't let me have the Guns N' Roses album. She wouldn't buy it for me because of, well, she had told my uncle had wanted to buy it for me for Christmas. She said no because the original artwork, if you know, like when you opened up the booklet, it had what was called the rape scene, right? And that was supposed to be the original album cover,
Uh-huh.
but they got censored and they put it on the inside, and that was she was like, nah, you know what I mean? But the Satanic Panic was a big thing, right? And like having parents and grandparents like grew up in the church and stuff like that, so you know,
Yeah.
and I love Led Zeppelin, and I grew up listening to everything, under the sun too, and but I never did like messing with. So like you said, when I first was like, man, I was like, I can't not listen to it, man. I
Man,
was
you
like,
know when you're
oh
young,
shit,
bro. When you're young, you just
yeah,
sometimes it's not even about what they're saying or anything.
yeah.
Sometimes it's the music. It's just good.
My apologies for the doorbell, but Cujo, and
Nah, you're
I
good.
think it's solicitors and stuff like that. It's like, who's that peeking in my window? Pow, nobody now. Shout out to Cujo Goody. I just had him on the podcast uh, about a week ago,
Oh,
and much love to him, man. He's such a dope individual,
I'm
and
gonna definitely get a couple folks on here, man.
I would love that. I
Yeah,
would love that. I appreciate that, family, and
yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
the opportunity. And to be more appreciative of your time. I don't want to take up too much, and I hope that you bless us again with your presence, regardless of anybody else. I'd love to have you back on, and
Oh man, I appreciate it.
anytime that you have any
Hmm.
releases, any artists, or anything like that.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm having some difficulty. Give me 1 second in regards to getting this uploaded on my I don't know. Are you able to email that to me, family?
I can, yeah.
That would be the easiest way because yeah, I'm on a PC and I use an iPhone and I got it's not wanting to do what I need to do right now. So,
No worries, man. No worries.
uh but because I do want to I want to be able to play, your rock music as well and have a chance to be able to have that and then, go out on another one.
What's the email again?
Let me private message that one to you so
Okay,
it doesn't get hacked.
we don't want that.
Yeah, nah, man. You know how it is nowadays, man. Like, man,
I know
and
what you mean, bro.
I got all types of authentications and everything that you can possibly do and change it on a rotating basis. But there's still always a way that people can grab your stuff. So, scammers be scamming.
That's the time we're living in, bro, for
Yeah,
sure.
isn't that crazy though? I mean, like, how easy it is, like the Google dorking, and you mentioned coding. Are you using any of the AI assistant for coding as well? When
Yeah,
yeah,
a little bit, yeah.
Have you got into the AI? You know, what is your thought about AI music? Because that discussion comes up a lot. And there's people that are absolutely against it, and then there's people that are like, yeah, if it's used for a certain way, like I want
I,
to.
I think anybody that uses autotune or uses technology to assist their music can't really have a huge issue with it, in my opinion, or shouldn't, I should say.
Yeah, that part.
Um, it depends on how you use it, though. I mean, if you're just prompting something and that's it, I think that's kind of lame. But if you're
Yeah.
actually using it just as a tool, I don't think it's any different than like I'll put it to you like this. Like I use a lot of live stuff, right? So like I might bring a guitar player in or a drummer, right, or something, right? And it's like when I'm done with them, I might take it and send it over to somebody for the mix, right? I might send it to Bob, right? So it's like doing all of that, it's kind of the same, except it's cheaper. So like it levels the playing field out for somebody that can't afford to like send their music to Bob Horn or hire musicians to come help elevate their production.
Right.
So it's essentially the same thing. It's like it's just cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, so one of the things that I say that I am an advocate for, an example, one of, my goats, the DOC. If it wasn't for the DOC, there wouldn't be a lot of the icons that we have with the coaching, the writing, or just the West Coast sound and
True.
trajectory. I mean, the DOC is so much an important part, in my opinion, of Dre's legacy, because he was the pen, he was everything behind that. Now, him using it to get his voice,
Yeah,
what I mean?
I was gonna mention that because like Beanie Siegel did it, right?
Exactly. I was going to
And it was
mention him as the
dope.
next thing.
That's dope.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
dope, especially for the DOC, man.
Yeah, man. And that guy right there, God bless DOC, man. Like, he
Yeah, man.
is a treasure. Like, that dude right there is an absolute fucking treasure.
And he could use that and rap, and it'll come out in his own voice.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I haven't heard the DLC use it, but that Beanie Siegel that I heard sounded incredible.
Hmm.
So I think there are use cases where AI is amazing and great. Just like there's scenarios where it's not so good, right?
Right.
But it's like that with anything new, right? So
Hell yeah. So I've got this music queued up for us, and we're getting ready to play it right now. It's Oceans. And anything else that you want to say about it before we get in and start playing?
nah. It's just Oceans of Time, man. You'll get it. Lippy, check this out, bro.
All right.
He's still on there.
Yeah, Lippy still should be in the house. Let me make sure get this added.
Yeah. Shout out to my Uncle Melvin.
Oceans of time.
Sorry, I didn't mean that to start going. Shout out to who?
No, I was just
My
saying.
apologies.
Shout out to my Uncle James and Uncle Melvin, man, because this song wouldn't exist without them.
No kidding. That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, let's get it, y'all. Oceans of Time, y'all.
I've crossed oceans of time. Oceans oceans of time, just to see you. I've crossed oceans of time, oceans of time, just to feel. But you're slipping through my hands like I never knew you. I've crossed oceans of time, still I can't reach you. I've been drifting through the dark, trying to find where you are. Every step just pulls me deeper into who we were. I keep hearing your voice like it's buried in my head. Every word I never said still echoes instead. And every second pulls me back to something I can't have. And I'm breaking where you left me. I've crossed oceans of time, just to see you. I've crossed oceans of time, just to feel you. But you're slipping through my hands like I never knew you. I've crossed oceans of time, still I can't reach you. Do you remember the time that I seen you? It was time, about time that I knew you. Do you remember the way that it felt then? Now it's gone, 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 like it never happened. I was holding on to something that was never mine. Just a moment in your life while you took all of mine. And every memory cuts itself between me and you. And I'm still stuck where you left me. I've crossed oceans of time, just to see you. I've crossed oceans of time, just to feel you. But you're slipping through my hands like I never knew you. I've crossed oceans of time, still I can't reach you. And I can't let go of what I never had. It tears me down vast oceans of time. Still I can't reach you. Oceans of time. Still can't reach you. Oceans of time. Still can't reach you.
Yeah, man.
Yo. Hold
Yeah.
on, man. I'm trying to remove this. Hold on.
This is me, bro.
Yo, this is sick though. Hold on, man. Give me one.
Yeah, man.
Yo. Man, all right. Damn, man. Yo, that
Thank you, Lippy.
woo. Hey y'all, look, we gotta hit the applause button again on that one, y'all. That's
Shout out Chris Hawkins on the guitar.
yeah, man. Like that one.
I laced my own drums on that. I play the drums. I'm a actual trained drummer.
Damn. So that I was gonna ask you about the drums on it too, because I mean, first off, mixed, and again, like the way that you produced and layered everything breathed. You had nice transitions. You had moments of ups and downs, valleys, like the things that as a someone that appreciates music and like again, music with feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Feeling, music with soul, like
With a
feeling.
story, a theme, a feeling. Yes. Real
Salute
art.
to you on
Real
that,
art.
fam.
I
But
want to
those
bring
drums,
I want the art to come back. You know what I mean? I'm begging for the art. Everybody wants it. You know what I mean? We just got to make it to where artists get paid. That's the problem. You know,
part.
that's the problem, and I'm aimed at fixing this problem. You know,
Well,
big
hey,
time.
man.
And
There's-
AI, none of this technology, none of it is it's doesn't scare me, and it does. I don't think it's gonna stop what we're doing. You know, at
It
all.
doesn't scare me up. The thing is it's already here, and if anything, I mean, I tell my kids all the time because they laugh at me because I've been throughout, like I haven't actually worked since end of 2019, and I've been doing this on my own with the help of my collective and the community and everything like that, and of course my amazing wife. And but like this has been, you know, the ability to do and be creative in this journey, again, to be here with you at this moment with this creativeness. Like AI, I keep telling them that they have to be able to do it. They make fun of me for up here spending the amount of time that I do learning, and like I've got a ton of AI certifications that, like, hey man, like that's gonna put and separate you from the other people, because you know they talked about how AI was going to be a disruptor in the job marketplace, and 2026 was going to be the big year that it was going to start impacting jobs, and
Mhm.
you already are seeing it being disruptive in the entry level jobs, right? So the biggest thing is the entry level jobs now are the people that know how to talk to AI, and it's just by learning, and it's so simple. Like you can ask it to teach you how to use it, and it will, you know, teach me like I'm a fifth grader, and you know, by using special prompts and you know, learning prompting, and it'll teach you the code, and then you start learning Python if you want to get into that. So because Python is the language that AI speaks and uses and does everything with, right? So
Totally.
yeah, I mean, it's an interesting thing, and as someone who learned how to do HTML original code and
Right.
Flash and all of that stuff, and the original Adobe.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like my father, was always a tinkerer, and like he went to school for robotics and all of that stuff in the 80s, and like so it's always been about technology and learning and growth, and you never are too old or too young to learn something. If you have a passion, go after it. You know what I mean? And don't let anybody put you in a box. Because look at you, Excel. I mean,
That's it.
you have not let anyone put you in a box in regards to being an entrepreneur, being someone who has scored movies and also scored TV. You've got your own distribution company. You're working with artists. You're being a mentor, and you're being a creative. You're doing rock. You're doing hip hop. You're doing R&B. All of these different things, fam. Nothing but mad appreciation, respect for your time, and you taking your time out on a Saturday to bless me with
Thank
the
you,
opportunity
man.
to sit down and have some of these stories with you. I hope you enjoyed
Thank you, bro.
yourself.
I did, man. Thank you so much for having me, man. One quote, based on what you just said, comes to mind, right? Everybody knows that quote, "A jack of all trades is a master of none," right?
Yes, sir.
But nobody ever finishes the quote. And the end of that quote says, "But oftentimes better than a master of one." I always thought that was interesting. So
You know what? I've never even, so repeat that
quote,
again.
the quote is, "A jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one." I don't know why we ignore the other part of that quote, but you know,
Man, that's
I
that's that's deep.
yeah, and now better than ever do we have the opportunity to be able to be all of these things in one with the tech help of the technology.
Yes.
So I honestly think as a real artist and real creators are gonna step forward as opposed to people that don't create, that take advantage and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like transparency is gonna become a thing.
True.
The business is gonna automation, all this stuff, right? We're walking into an age where, as a creator, you can be your own everything, you know, and anything you want. So that's all I want to. That's how I want to close out. I'm just saying, like,
Nothing else less to say, man. I mean, that is everything. I try to always just tell people to the biggest thing that I've learned in this bumpy road that we've I've experienced. I appreciate each bump in the road, but you have
hmm
to learn from it,
that's right.
and you have to move on, and just do. Don't let anything stop
Exactly.
you. Like if you have a dream, never has there ever been. You can do everything from a phone. The
hmm
phone that everybody has in their hand that's watching this and listening to this right now.
Never a better time to be a creator ever.
Never. It's so exciting. I have an
Yeah,
MPC on my iPhone, fam. Like,
yeah,
I
man.
can just sit and chop up beats and if I wanted to. You could DJ from your phone. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous. My controller and my turntables can hook up to my
it's
daughter's iPad.
it's
Come
gonna
on
be
now.
hard. I think it's gonna be hard for people that are not creative, but it's gonna be. We're going into a time where being creative is gonna be everything. I feel.
Yes. Learn. You
Man,
must learn. KRS One said
don't,
it but
don't
best. You must learn.
you must learn and don't put yourself in a box. Like Kanye said, "You put me in a box, I'll be out."
I like that, man. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. So look, man, again, much love to the one and only Excel Beats. thank you so much for blessing us with your time and, of course, your beautiful art, and you're an inspiration. And I hope that everyone that's listening to this now, live or in the future, listen, man, I hope you got something out of it. Follow us. We do this at least once or twice every single week. I've got a dope lineup coming up. I've got at least 2 nights a week booked for the next couple of weeks. And I'm going to be doing this Saturday through Sunday, like Saturday Love. This Saturday Love, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm sorry, I'm an old head. Look, but anyway, we do it. And much love, man. Keep it positive. Keep pushing. Keep persevering. Stay in the present, not in the past. Don't trip on the future. Right here, right now. That's all we got. With that being said, much love. We out. And anything else you got to say before we got any more shout outs?
Yeah, man, just, follow me at XL Beats on everything. xlbeats.com. Make sure if you're an artist, go sign up at eclipsedistro.com. If you want some of this gear, ebclothing.co.
Yo, they're cold.
Yeah, that's it, man. And just a salute to you, Ghost, and thank you everybody for joining us. And I had a great time, man. I really appreciate you.
Hey, man, listen, I appreciate you. And with that being said, there's a link in the chat. The link is in the description right below. Make sure you follow him on all social media platforms. He's a real one. As you can tell just by this interview, listen, man, it's been an honor, a privilege. And with that, we out.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, follow. From my city to your world. We are City World.